William here with Patriot Containers. I believe today is Thursday, the 19th. I've had a busy week this week. We're having our backyard redone. It's spring break. I wanted to take my kids to do stuff that's fun instead of just sitting around while daddy works. Um, One thing about my videos, and this is the sad part about my videos, is number one, I'm the only guy on YouTube doing this that's exposing bad companies that are either A, scams, or B, multi-level marketing schemes to where the system that they provide is geared toward the company, but not geared toward their customers. And that's why they get so many complaints all the time. When you have to sell something with a list of lies that are not true, once the customer finds out that they're not true, they're going to get complaints. That will only go away if these companies stop saying they have warranties. What else? Warranties, 100% satisfaction. If you don't like your container in 60 or 90 days, you can get a full refund. The list goes on and on and on about the bullshit that these companies are telling you guys to make you feel like they're the best companies in the world. And you go, oh, wow, this is amazing. Some sales rep told me this over the phone. I need to place an order with them. And then come to find out, everything from your delivery date to the condition of the container to all the BS that they told you was false. But it's too late because they make you guys sign terms and conditions. Anyways, so in a couple videos ago, there was Pinocchio rookie number one, and I said something nice, basically saying that, look, you guys are the company that's been around for the shortest amount of time, but you still own the record of the most complaints I've ever seen in a cargo container company. What I said that was nice is I didn't see a complaint with them for 2 months. That's like an eternity in this industry for these companies to not get a complaint in 2 months. It's I'm making it sound like they haven't gotten a complaint in 2 years, but that's how these companies get so many complaints on a regular basis that 2 months of not getting a complaint, it's shocking. Well, right, of course, right after I made that video, this company gets two more complaints, and then they just got another one. And I was just reading it. There's a lot of key points in this review. What I wanted to say in the beginning of this video was the sad thing about my videos is I don't believe people buying a cargo container care about all the information that I'm saying to help somebody trying to buy a cargo container. I just don't. You guys want to buy a cargo container. That's it. I get it. I totally get it. But there's a right way to buy a cargo container, and then there's the wrong way to buy a cargo container. A lot of companies sell these the wrong way, and you're going to buy a 5,000 pound or 8,000 pound hunk of metal that's sitting on your property that is not easy to move, and it either takes months to get there or it's the worst condition you've ever seen in your life. And then once it's there, there's nothing you can do about it. You've gone with the wrong company. They provided a horrible service, and they leave you guys out to hang and dry, and they move on. They're more focused on sales rather than customers. They're focused on the close of the sale, the money of the sale that they make, and the commissions that they make, but they don't care after the sale. So anyways, I'm going to read this review. I'm probably going to pick it apart too, because there's a lot of key points here that I'd like to talk about. So remember, this company has been around the shortest amount of time, and they have the most complaints I've ever seen in any cargo container company at all. The owner of this company used to work for a company in Utah. The company in Utah used to work for a company called My Mini Casa. If you find my information knowledgeable, or you're intrigued by it, if you really want to know the true definition of a bad cargo container company, go Google My Mini Casa, read the complaints, and go to the YouTube channel and read how they're multi-level marketing schemes. Well, when that company shut down because they stole people's money, the main, I don't know, butt buddy of Aaron Peterson started another company, probably in the same city or something of Utah. And then an employee from that company started a company in Florida that has been around for the least amount of time with the most complaints. And all those companies are horrible, horrible. So anyways, I'm going to read it right now. Glad I read the reviews. Seems like most people get lucky, but when you don't, they really don't seem to care outside of caring to place blame. I've said this time and time and time in my videos. One thing that I've noticed about bad cargo container companies is they never admit failure, and they never admit guilt, and they always shift blame, and it's never their fault. It is their fault. If you buy from a company that takes forever to deliver, or they bring you out a crappy container, it's 100% their fault because they didn't schedule it correctly and they purchased the crappy container. It's 100% the seller's fault when you guys get a bad service and a bad product. I'm going to continue reading. The one with, and I guess he's reading reviews, the one with the bent door was insane. The door was clearly bent, and they said it's because it's not level. Like, wow, how, I don't know how to say this word, obtuse do you have to be as a company? So what this person is saying is, you clearly delivered a damaged product and you're blaming it on the ground leveling when you can clearly see in the pictures. These companies will never agree with their customers when there's a problem. It's always somebody else's fault. And in this case, the guy's reading a review saying it, oh, it's not our fault, it's the ground. No, you can clearly see the container is damaged. And then I'm going to continue reading again. Spending money elsewhere, that's for sure. The guy on Facebook was kind of nice, but after the paragraph about the BBB A+ rating and asking for Google reviews link, he sent a page of perfectly curated 5-star screenshots. I grew suspicious. I know not everyone is as technical savvy to even try to look past that, but I'm glad I did. That's the point of what I was saying in the beginning of this video. Most of you guys as customers don't want to know this information. You guys want how do I say this? It wasn't like this before COVID. You guys want a cargo container, but you have no idea of how bad this industry can get. But when somebody tries to tell you, you don't want to hear it. You just care about a price. And then you go with companies like this that totally screw you guys over. But this guy's saying, hey, and I've talked to so many people on YouTube nowadays that call me and they're like, look, I've talked to these companies. I read the terms and conditions. You're 100% right about everything you're saying. And I'm glad I looked into it. And I always tell people, I go, look, you're the rare customer. Most people don't look into it like I'm doing. And of course, I want to say something nice about my company, but I'm not. I'm going to continue reading this. I got really skeptical when I said I am close enough to inspect the units before they make it on a truck, and got a paragraph about how they don't let people inspect because of safety reasons. It's to protect themselves while peddling trash. I have a mixed response to that. A lot of times these containers are stored at depots. And the same companies that say they're not brokers, they are brokers. They just use that term as a weapon. They want to say, well, we're not brokers, everybody else is brokers. Well, they are brokers. You can't be a nationwide company and not be a broker. And all these crappy companies say we're nationwide, money back guarantees, lifetime warranties. This statement is kind of true. You're not allowed to just walk around in these depots and cherry pick your container. That's where the shipping lines store all their containers. There's ways around this, but these companies are blatantly lying to take your money. They're going to say, well, for safety reasons, you can't walk around. Well, the fact is, it's a depot where you have to have a truck to get in, and then a crane loads a container, and then, obviously you have to have the right paperwork to pick up. But if you don't have that, you're not going to be able to walk around. It has nothing to do with safety reasons. It's just so. What I do in this situation is, a lot of these companies have cancellation fees, restocking fees, and they keep your delivery money. So it doesn't matter when it gets there, because if you cancel it, they're still going to get paid. Restocking fees and keeping your delivery money. It doesn't matter if you don't like your container, because if you refuse it, they're going to keep a big chunk of your money. So what's the next lie they can say? Well, if you don't like your container in 60 or 90 days, you can get your money back. Well, then they keep all your money. Sometimes it's not 100%, but it's 75% to 100% of your money, and it clearly states on their terms and conditions that they do not have to come back. But what I do is I don't have cancellation fees, I don't have restocking fees, and I don't keep my customers' delivery money. In fact, I don't even mind if you pay my driver cash on delivery for the delivery part, because it's not my money. I don't want it. So what I do is when my drivers are there picking up, I have my drivers take pictures of the containers, so you can approve your container before it actually leaves the depot. I never want any customers of mine to be unhappy with the containers that I'm going to bring you. But if you're gonna be unhappy, I don't want you to be unhappy on your property. I want you to be unhappy while the container is still at the depot. So when the driver's there, I can have a forklift operator go put it back and grab another one and work out the system. If every path I take comes to an utter failure, which is rare, I will gladly give you 100% of your money back, and we wasted each other's time. I don't like wasting my time. I'm here to do a job, tell the truth, deliver on the right day, and show up with a good container. If you buy a used one from Patriot Containers, it's going to be an upper class used container that does not leak. I don't sell containers with holes. I do sell cosmetics though. And then of course, if you want a new one, it's going to be perfect, and it's not going to have damage like these other idiot companies are selling to you guys. These companies are crooks. And I've been trying to deal with this for many, many years. So that's why I'm making these videos, and I'm the only one on YouTube doing it. So anyways, guys, I never asked for this because it's just not wired in my brain. But if you like with what I'm doing, give me a thumbs up, give me a subscription. I want this channel to grow, to protect people from bad companies ripping you guys off. That's it. All right, guys, have a great one. Goodbye.